Fk8 tuning and development, the intercooler upgrade. As I said, I'd bring to you guys a little video about it, so here we are. So the intercooler core size is 1,080 cubic inches. This core goes from here on all the way on the bumper all the way to the other side, up to the top of the height of the crash bar, and almost 4 inches thick the core. So we have a very large surface area. Now yes, some of the core is actually blocked by the actual bumper, but keep in mind, the actual airflow through the core is higher in general, and this helps, even though that's blocked, get air from one side of the core to the other with less of a pressure drop. Here you can see a comparison where the internal part, the bar and plate of the core, how the Mishimoto has smaller passages compared to a Garrett core. One of the other things we did was move the blow-off valve to the intercooler. This was done because instead of having a 90-degree on the charge pipe, right where it's at the highest airspeed and the air running into that 90-degree, we made a smooth charge pipe setup and moved the blow-off valve to the intercooler. Here we can see the charge pipe without the blow-off valve on it, and keep in mind that's a 90-degree wall that the air would have to run into, and when the air is moving well over 300 miles an hour, the actual blow-off valve flange becomes a turbulent spot in the charge pipe. Now, cars are made and the kits are made with the blow-off valve on the charge pipe for ease of installation to match up to your actual factory setup or your other optional parts that use factory placement. So this is why we moved the blow-off valve to the intercooler instead of having it on the charge piping. Now, this traditionally would be louder, but because the hood exit can't actually hear it. But that's okay. We know it's working fantastic because it's holding boost, and we can see in the data that the release of boost pressure is excellent. So the charge pipe. Now, this is going to be a little difficult to see, but I'm going to do my best here. The charge pipe coming off the turbo. Yes, the turbo outlet is 2-inch, but with the 2.5-inch pipe, because air making a turn always, and I mean always, is a restriction. Ideally, the least amount of bends possible is the highest efficiency inside a motor. But of course we can't avoid that. But the fabricator did this in two pieces of pipe to get from the turbo all the way over here to the intercooler core. Another unique thing is the core has a 2 3/4 outlet, so that if I want, I can go to a 2 3/4 cold side charge pipe. Now right now I'm just running the Mishimoto charge pipe. The other thing, and we don't know yet, is if this throttle body is finally becoming a restriction. And I say finally because the diameter, the inside diameter of the throttle body is big enough to shown on other vehicles to support 800 horsepower. Well, how would we tell that if there was an issue where the charge pipe is not enough? Well, the charge pipe, the throttle body is not enough. The air coming in, we have a map sensor here, and with a map sensor on the manifold, we will end up seeing a higher pressure here than we'll end up seeing inside the manifold, and that means that the air is not getting through the throttle body and into the manifold. So what you'll see, and if you have a higher pressure in the manifold, that means that versus your charge pipe, that means that either, well, you might have a little difference in the data, or that could literally mean that the charge pipe is more efficient than your manifold. So those are things that you can look at for efficiency and your intercooler and charge pipe setup. Those things go all hand in hand. Anyway, thank you. Big shout out to Reggie Built, Rampage Fabrication, JSR Engines, O'Neill, Abe, Fred, If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. Y'all are great, and I appreciate all you, and thank you so much. Again, we do not have enough subscribers, so please hit the subscribe, the like. So thank you again for tuning in. Y'all have a great day.